Queens of the Fic. No, it's not about the Fic. This is just a podcast we wanted to shout out because this is the topic that Queens of the Fic brought up there on Spotify, amongst other things.
I think they're just on Spotify. Let me have a look.
If they're just on Spotify, I'll let Ash do the pre-production stuff and just link their podcast below. Me and my sister released the second episode of our EastEnders podcast today, Queens of the Fic on Spotify, and we were discussing, amongst other things, who are the best pair of sisters past/present. Who gets your vote? Sonia and Bianca, Tina and Shirley, Ronnie and Roxy. For me, it's got to be Denise and Kim. With 2 star emojis because Kim is a star. Denise not quite yet, but Kim is a star. Not right, Ash.
Like me, they sing their own intro. Jesus, we need to step our game up.
I'm not singing my intro.
We need to step our game up.
Everybody.
Queens of the Vic on Spotify. Fucking have a watch. We always love to support all the other videos and podcasts and everybody else who is also working hard to cover all the EastEnders. But they do take away from our views. Fucking someone's getting fucking taken down. It's not us. We've been here for 1 year and 10 months.
How many followers do they have?
I don't know. It's Spotify. Spotify doesn't really work in those metrics.
How many monthly listeners then?
No, fuck me. Apparently they started up on. Wait, when did we start the show? It's 2023.
2023.
Fuck, they started before us.
Why when did
they started before us? They started before us, but they did February 2022 to April 2022, and then fucked off for a year and a half and returned last week.
Well, you know who's been around longer than that? Us. I tell you what, and I'll tell you now, sunshine. It was me, sunshine. But yeah, who's the best sister duo, or whatever you want to say?
You do have a lot of options. You do have a lot of options for genuine duos. Obviously, the best one is Ikra and Ahmed, the Ahmed sisters. They seem to have. Look, I'm not saying Ronnie and Roxy took inspiration from these two, but they definitely did not. No, fucking, they're terrible. They're a terrible fucking pair of sisters on the show. I mean, there's a lot of really good pairings. There really are. I don't want. It's quite a stacked, like list of the amount of people you could have. You can have Ronnie and Roxy, sisters. You can have Kim and Denise, which is a great pairing as well. You can have Anna and Gina. Not really at the same level. Let's be honest. Let's be fucking honest. Not really at the same level. You do have Ikra and Ahmed. You do indeed.
Heather and Shirley don't count.
I guess they aren't sisters. Tina and Shirley's a good one. Sonia, Bianca. Nah. Sorry, boys.
Robbie Jackson and Bianca.
I think Shirley and Tina were good. I will argue that pairing kind of made that pairing saved Shirley being on the show, and that pairing gave Tina a reason to actually get storylines. So
I mean, they're forgetting someone a part of that duo. But all Hot Lips. Where's Hot Lips?
Good old Hot Lips. That's Lady Di.
Yeah, where's Lady Di? She's technically part of the Sister Clan of that group.
Yeah. I've immediately run out of names.
Okay, I'll read the Reddit. Okay.
I was like, there's so many bloody options.
I just started singing because I was like, da 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 da. It's the final countdown. Come on, Ash. Da, da, no, okay. Woo. Ronnie and Ron Rocks. Good choice. A second for me. Close second for me. To toss up between Denise and Kim or Shirley and Tina. I like the light and shade you get with both pairs of sisters. They argue, but they also make each other laugh. There's also the real protective and tough side of both pairs. The way you'd walk through fire for your sibling, even though they drive you mad. Exactly this. Also, how good is the casting for Tina and Shirley. They don't look totally the same, but there is a resemblance, I reckon. Absolutely, there is a certain shapeness of the features that could absolutely be familial.
Familial.
Familial. I hope Shirley comes back soon, but I miss Tina. She had a pretty endless ability to be kind and positive. Until she got, a fistful of Ian's fist.
A fistful of Ian's fist.
True words never spoken better by a true mathematician.
I like Shirley. I like Tina. I like the double pairing. Are they up there for me? Not really, though, are they? Like, it's a good pairing because you have Shirley, who is the fucking bitter, fucking glass half empty, versus Tina, who is trying to like embody this genuine, upbeat, if I don't laugh, I'll fucking cry mindset. And they did bounce off each other because Tina's always a bit much, and then Shirley's always a bit much in a different way. But I think it's just they really gutted the Carters over the last decade, didn't they? Yeah, sure, Johnny's back, but this is like Johnny number 4 or Johnny 3.
3.
This is like Lee has kind of he had a good couple of years, but fucked off perpetually. Mick is dead as far as everyone's concerned. Even though Danny Dyer's like, fucking it, I'd love to come back for the 40th. Like, yeah, fuck off, Danny. Shut your mouth. Nancy kind of was proven. She had the really cool love story with Tamwa, and then Tamwa got a bit too fucking famous, didn't he? Got too bloody famous, and then they just went, yeah, they split up. And she's now a bit of a fucking bitch now.
He also met John Lennon, so that was interesting.
Guys, please, you're not making it easy. You're not making it easy to love the Carter family. And then you ruin the Mick and Linda relationship by having her cheat with Max and have him have an emotional affair with Whitney and then have an actual marriage to Janine. Fucking Tina dies. Like, I'm not saying they need to find new Carters somewhere, but they really do. And I know they've tried to incorporate it with the Knights and make the Knights a part of the extended family. But fuck me, is it really thin on the ground? Like a thing that's just been completely ravaged by time. And they've only been introduced this is the 10-year anniversary, not 10-year anniversary, but like it is in a sense, not like to the day, of course, but it's been 10 years since the Carters were introduced. And it's kind of a shame how fucking destroyed they've been over the years.
I will continue reading on. Denise and Kim, hands down, although they are chalk, cheese, and personality, they still complement and bring out the best in each other. They are there for others in good times and bad. She drinks a whiskey drink, she drinks vodka drinks. Also, there are one-liners at gold, etc. People call you the Fox News. Peggy and Aunt
That was a good line. I will say I wouldn't have agreed that I liked Kim and Denise till 2023, because they just work so well together. It's also not really too remembered that there was at some point where they tried to say that Kim and Denise weren't actually sisters. But they quickly went, yeah, no, it didn't happen. Never happened, of course. Never happened. They were always sisters.
Peggy,
but they work so well together. And it's a good dose of comedy. And especially with Denise getting a more elevated position on the show. It's kind of raised Kim up as well dramatically, too. They've definitely put in the foundations for them to work well together. And now they have actual shit to talk about, not just Kim just being like, bloody hell, what you doing that for? Do me a favour. Like, she actually gets to do more than just her normal comedy shtick, so I love it.
Peggy and Aunt Sal, I know the latter made sporadic appearances, When those two were on screen together, they were brilliant. Always putting the world to right, and Ansel always having Peggy's back. I won't say Ronnie and
I
Roxy.
think that Aunt Sal is one of the best, like recurring characters in the show's history. She's so good. She doesn't show up very often, but at every single family event, you bring out Aunt Sal, and she just rips into everyone as a fucking like matriarch adjacent is allowed to do. As Peggy's sister, she's allowed to take the piss out of everyone. She was raised as a. I mean, don't know if she's a Mitchell specifically. I think that because that's what Peggy married into. But you know, like she understands the family, and like I said, if you ever feel bad, you ever having a bad day, just watch some Aunt Sal scenes. It'll fucking cheer you right up, because the amount of shit that changes between each of the Mitchell family events is absurd. So it's just like, what the fuck are you fucking doing, you fucking lunatics? Sort it out. It's gold. I can't I don't remember much of Peggy and Aunt Sal together. I don't really remember those scenes, but most of my Aunt Sal is seeing in like the last decade's worth rather than anything else. So
I know, yeah, the Lara Met Sprite. Always putting the world right. And always having Peggy's back. I won't say Ronnie and Roxy yesterday, as they were being somewhat as they were their dynamic. Was Ronnie being somewhat controlling? Shut up! I know I fumbled my words, but still. And Roxy being irresponsible and sleeping with two of her sister's partners, Jack and Charlie. And Sal and Peggy, yes, excellent pairing. Ronnie and Roxy.
I mean, sorry, I'm just cutting in because otherwise this video is going to be 2 minutes long. I'm running it back.
It's
I'm running
12
it
minutes.
back. Yeah, that's fine. There's probably not that much. I'll still need to do it. We're still not at that 20-minute mark. Don't know why you're wiping your eyes. I'm the one doing all the fucking talking.
Alright, I'll leave. I'll fucking leave. I'll leave.
Ronnie and Roxy. Look, the pairing is Ronnie and Roxy are perhaps the most successful introduction in. I mean, I would say the last 15 years, but you know they weren't they were introduced in like 07. So in the last 20 years, one of the best pairings and the best introductions of characters to characters who did rightfully take a place at the forefront of the show and became they kind of, just like Stacey at certain points in the show's history, they ascended to that like front-facing, like headliners. They were very important and they were pretty integral in their parts of the show, both having pretty famous relationships. You know, everybody remembers Jack and Ronnie. Everybody remembers Roxy and Sean. Obviously, through time, they definitely got a lot more tired. But at the end of the day, the one thing that stood still was them still trying to take care of each other as much as they can. Yes, Ronnie was quite overbearing with Roxy, but Roxy was also a bit of a fucking idiot. And kept getting herself into troubles that Ronnie had to fucking fix. It kind of worked back and forth regardless. Like, as much as it may have been toxic in a way, it's not like Ronnie wasn't just controlling just to be a fucking nuisance. Ronnie was kind of constantly involved in Roxy's shit because Ronnie knew that Roxy could not be trusted to make a fucking smart choice for herself. Because each time, at every single hurdle, be like, oh, I'm doing well, and I've slept with your boyfriend. Like, why are you doing that then? Why have you fucking done that to me? Again? Why'd you keep doing it? And it's just it's a beautiful disaster. And it's a criminal shame. Just a grandstand about this point again. It is a criminal shame that they fucking killed him off. Like, two of the most famous fucking characters you've introduced, probably the most iconic like sister pairing in the show's history, and you killed both of them off pretty much on the 10-year anniversary. Like,
they were a toxic mess, but the chemistry between the actors was not matched. They were also great casting. You're so right. Denise and Kim are the best sisters, for sure. Ronnie and Roxy has a very close second. Shout out to the Slater sisters. The murder of Crows definitely gave us some moments. The Slater definitely needed a shout out. So many of them. I really like Belinda when she came back for a little bit. Wish we could see more of her. I've no fucking clue who Belinda is, but alright. Ronnie and Roxy are Habib and Ikra. Oh,
Yes!
I forgot.
Yes!
Ikra and Habib.
Yes!
Good shout.
Habib and Ikra getting the fucking likes. Getting their fucking support. Where were you all in 2019 when they were introduced and they were shit? And at the time, everybody's like, what are these straight out of fucking drama school? They can't even act their fucking garbage. Fucking hate them. Fucking pricks. Where were you all when they were at the peak of their popularity? You weren't here with me. Nah. Ikra and Habiba were okay. They weren't great. They were never made to be great. They both had about one storyline each, and that was it. And they were on the show for what felt like a long ass time. Habiba she was an attractive woman, and it felt like at the time they just decided, what fucking weird outfits can we just put her in? What can we just make her look sexy in? Because at some point they put her in a fucking leather cat suit. It's like, this is funny because she was doing some. Don't pull that fucking face. Don't fucking pull that face, you fucking dirty bastard. Fucking pulling that face on me. But they did indeed. They put her in a fucking black cat suit. She was doing some spying. She was doing some spying. They made her be a sexy pumpkin at some point. Ikra was interesting in a way. Also, and obviously, Habiba's main storyline was falling in love with Adam, who was Honey's partner at the time, and she was battling an eating disorder. Habiba was kind of manipulated and kind of, she knew Adam growing up. He was a friend of the family. And she was genuinely head over heels in love with her. He was just using her, and they had a little affair. Ikra got with Ash for a bit of time, but, Ash kind of spiraled out of control and eventually got with Peter. If they actually wanted the character to be long-term, probably could have had Ikra and Ash together for a long while, but they broke up. And she eventually had that relationship with Mila. And you had the FGM storyline, which nobody likes to remember because it wasn't great. And they left. It was pretty much heavily rumored that Ikra was gonna die in the Archie Bargy explosion. That never happened. But she was friends with Bobby for a while. Friends with Keegan for a bit. Yeah, they were okay. I think people were too harsh on them then, and people will probably now look back a bit too fondly.
I'll just read on a few more. Kat and Lynn, Carol and April, very underrated, but my favourite would be Denise and Kim. Carol and April is a curveball. I remember April. Always big love for Carol, good shout. Up and coming Gina and Hannah. They're loyal to the core to each other. I like Denise and Kim Fox. I also like Ronnie and Roxy Mitchell. But my favourite have to be Lauren and Abby Brannon. I'm surprised no one said that.
Oh, that is, yeah. I say that. Not the most, quite similar to Ronnie and Roxy in their own ways. Abby was a little bit unhinged, but fantastic. And Lauren was a fucking car crash and could never really seem to keep everything together, would make the same mistakes. I don't want to be like Max. Oh, bloody hell, I've slept with him anyways. Like, not Max, like whoever the fuck she shouldn't have slept with. I've done it again. I've fucking done it again. And then Abby, being the forgotten little sister, slowly just went, I've had enough of every shit. I've had enough of everyone and everything. Can I just be loved? And she
We,
had to die as well.
Lauren and Abby were very believable together. Definitely excellent fights. A Cat and Little Mo, Kim and Denise, Ronnie and Roxy. Shirley and Tino, Ronnie and Roxy, followed by Denise and Kim. Ronnie and Roxy, Stacey and Kyle. Kyle wasn't a sister though. Good half sibling though. I forgot about Kyle. Thanks for the reminder. It depends what age Kyle you're referring to. And Stacey, for especially, he transitioned already. Yeah, he's fucking what? Female to male?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
So, not sisters.
No.
could,
I was like making sure he didn't dead name
could I even make a spiel about Stacey and Kyle? No. No, I fucking can't. I don't remember. The most I remember about Kyle Slater is I think the actor is living their best life and just being out and proud. So, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair fucks to you, Kyle. And this has been recorded live at twitch.tv/Watching Walford. If you want to be out and proud, follow us, wear our merch, and all that. And we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.